Hey y'all, how's everybody doing? I hope y'all are doing well today. I have a little bit, well, quite a big thrift haul here. I went to visit some friends, well, a friend of mine and her husband last week. I went Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to Carolina Beach to spend the weekend with some friends. And we went out to Fort Fisher and got some sun, and we did a little bit of shopping at, we went to the Habitat, the Restore place down there at Carolina Beach, and I was amazed to find these things there at the Habitat at the Restore. So I'm going to show you that, and then I when I left there, I went to visit my sister. She lives about, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes away from there. And then I spent Sunday afternoon through Wednesday with her, and came back Wednesday afternoon. And I'm filming this now, but it probably won't show it till tomorrow, which that doesn't matter to you guys. But anyway, I normally don't find like really super good deals, and like most of us, I didn't need anything. So Tamara, if you're watching this, so we all have the same we all have the same problems, you know, all you guys. We just cannot leave stuff, you know, that might possibly be thrown away, right? So I just want, you know, Tamara was like, somebody help me, please. No, we're not going to help you, Tamara, because we all do the same thing. Anyway, and all my other friends out there, you know who you are. Excuse me. Anyway, so this was at the Restore, y'all. So these books, like, you could get a bag of books for like $5, but I could not pass these up. Now, these are not in the greatest of shape, but this book right here, I cannot leave Richard Scarry behind. And there, you know, this had some damage on it for sure, but I can fussy cut all these fun things out. And this paper is really nice. So look, I can cut him out, you know. I could make a little Happy Mail tag or something with him, with them, you know, just all these fun things to cut out. That would be cute in a school journal if I do one next year, summertime, you know, just fun, super fun. Love that. Huckle is holding Lowly Worm, who I can't ever remember his name. So this was a Step Up book, and I think, what were these from? 1984, the year I graduated from high school. So this has been a minute. Anyway, so this was just really cute, and lots of fun stuff to cut out in there. And then they had Richard Scarry's Please and Thank You. And again, you know, the book is not in the greatest shape, but the pages, you know, the pages are, and I can use the pages, and I can cut out. I love this Sergeant Murphy's Safety Rules. I was reading this with my friend Lori, and it says, always fasten your seatbelt in case the car stops suddenly. Little sister's doll wasn't wearing a seatbelt. Poor Dolly. Cross the street at the crosswalk when the light tells you that you should. It's just funny. I mean, you know, don't lean out the window when you're riding in a car. Never chase a ball into the road. You might get hit by a car. Look at them. Oh my gosh, it's just adorable. You know, y'all know I love Richard Scarry. And then this, Raggedy Andy stories. Now, I'm not a huge Raggedy Ann or Raggedy Andy fan, but I've never seen Raggedy Andy stories. And if any of you watching this are interested in this book, it was published in 1960. The original copyright was 1920, renewed in 47 by a different company, and then 48 by Johnny Gruel Company, and then Bob's Merrill Company renewed it in 1960, printed in the United States. If anybody is interested in this, you know, just let me know. It has some really cute, really cute images in it. And they all have like the illustrator's signature on them right here down at the bottom. Just a really neat book. Like, I just couldn't leave this behind. Anyway, so let me know if anybody. And the cover's pretty cute. And there's Raggedy Ann. And it's in decent, I mean, it's in decent shape, you know. It's not in horrible shape. So, got that one. And then Flowers, Trees, and Gardening. I thought this would be a really cool blue book at some point. The pages in here are beautiful. Look at that. And this is 1975. And it's got those nice matte pages. All kinds of fun stuff. Watermelon. All the flowers and that nice matte paper. That's pretty. Yeah, so these just make nice pages. And I believe, yeah, I believe they're signatures. This is going to be one of those books that's kind of a bear to take apart, I think. Yeah, but they're sewn in signatures. No, I could just clip them right there. And then it's even got the little pocket in the back. Got that one. And then I'll show you this one last. So, So Good Meals. Now, these covers, I think Maddie's found some of these recently. I think this is 1963. My light's not the greatest today. Oh, it's dark out. But I love the pages in these. So I picked these up. Now, for me, I probably won't use these covers in this way. If I use these covers, I'll probably cover them up, you know, and make something completely different out of it. I want to make a couple of bigger journals, kind of like I do my Craftex ones with the bigger images on them, so I might use these covers for that. But for the price that they were, I wasn't about to leave these. And if y'all ever stop, like I know some of you do, sometimes I'm bad for really reading stuff, but there's some funny things in these books. It's just funny to look back on, you know, the older stuff. But this was in the restore, y'all. Peter Pan. Now, it definitely has some wear. I haven't done any cleaning to any of these or tried to even wipe them down or anything. This is as I found them. But this book, and it's got, you know, somebody's name in here. I think that's in pencil. You could probably erase that. That's in pen. It says Hope, Mark, and Carl. But this book is 1957, and it was published originally under the title of Peter and Wendy, and later as Peter Pan and Wendy, copyright 1911, by Charles Schreiner's Sons, 1939, by Lady Cynthia and somebody else. And then Random House got it in 1957. So the original copyright on this particular book was 1911. And the images in here are gorgeous. It is a beautiful, beautiful book. The pages are matte. They're not like thin. They're not super thick. They're really nice paper. Look at that. And Tori is the name on all the illustrations in here. But they're just beautiful. Look at the sketch. Peter and his shadow. So this will be a journal at some point, or again, you know, if anybody is interested in it, let me know. But look at that. I've never seen it. I've just never seen it, and I was just pretty excited when I found it. Just really, really neat book. Look. the home under the ground. That's just really neat. Anyway, I thought that was I mean, yeah. I don't find stuff around here. This book would have been $30. And I would have left it on the shelf. You know what I mean? And then I found this. This is amazing. They had they had one of those big Reader's Digest ones that I just got from Renee a while back, a couple months back. But then they had this one. And this one was like, I think I paid $10 for it, y'all. But look at this. I can't remember the year. It's like, okay, well, this down here says 1638. I can't fit it all in camera, but this was the map. Now, this is not from 1638, but this particular map has some different dates on it. But this was, I don't remember the year now. 1960. 1960, y'all, look at this. North America. It's just beautiful. I can't wait to use this. There's probably some people out there be like, don't do that, but you know what I'm gonna do with it. Yeah, I mean, this was just awesome. And it's pretty big. I mean, it's not a super thick book, but there's like, I don't know, 72 pages in it. So it's got the index that I like to use. And great for glue books, junk journals, period. And then the beautiful maps. And then you could just kind of compare maps from 1960 to what they are today. Is, you know, quite different. Anyway, I thought that was a pretty cool find. So I picked that up. I couldn't leave that behind. And then $3 for all this pom-pom film. Now don't message me and ask, can you have some of this, because I'm not sharing this, but look. I know I rolled all this up. Pink. There was a ton of pink. Ton of pink. I'll share some of it, but in Happy Meal. But some of this pink, because I got so much of that. And then there's blue. And this blue. This was $3, y'all. $3. You never find stuff like this. And then there was this cool, there's a couple other pieces in here. But there was this cool stuff. I guess they use it on, like the edges of pillows, and I think sometimes they put it on drapes. But how cool will that be for Halloween? Huh? So on my Halloween journals next year, I thought that would be cool. Anyway, found all that. I was super, super excited about that. So, that. And then went to another place. Now that was at Habitat with my friend Lori. Then me and Tammy, we went to several different places. And I don't remember the names of them, y'all, and I apologize, but we went to 4 different places. And one place, she found these for me, and I hadn't even opened them up. And see, these were $3.50. Now that's a deal to me. You know, $2, yeah, that would have been better, but you know, hey. Yeah. So they had them taped shut. I'm just going to dump them in this bowl and kind of look. Dump them in my little pie thing that I use all the time. Not for pie. I don't ever make pie, y'all. Yeah. So there's a lot of little ones in here, but I use buttons, as y'all know. If you watch me at all, you know that I use buttons in everything. And I use a lot of the little ones, so there's a lot of color. There's a lot of colored ones in here, which was fun. And then a couple of big, I like these, even though these are newer, like plastic, kind of, sort of plasticky, but I like these bigger ones. Like, I think they'd be cute on a baby book. Yeah. Fun, fun, fun. There's lots of red ones in there, which is super cool. Yeah, for Christmas. Because I have started working on some Christmas stuff, but I'll show you guys that later. Then I found all of this. I think this was like, this was $5, y'all. And this is all wallpaper, like wallpaper borders. So there was this piece in here, which is Christmassy. It should be kind of cute to make some pockets out of. Okay, so that was cute. But what I really liked, I think, where's my favorite one that I found? Yeah, there was 2 of these. That's my favorite. And I don't know what year, like I don't know how. It's York. It's prepared decorative border. So like you just dip it in water, you know, if you're gonna put it on the wall. And that's how you use it. So it's got a nice texture to it, y'all. But look at the fat birdies. Oh my God, I was so excited. I never find stuff like this. I mean, I do sometimes when I go out, but you know, sometimes I get lucky. I got lucky this week. Yeah. And I have 2 of these. This is so cute. So those are gonna be fun. So there was 2 of those. And then, so that'll go in journals. So there's 2 of those. And then there's 2 of the, well, 2 sort of ocean themed. There's this one, which I thought would be super fun. Next year, beach journals. Look, it's got the big turtle and then the dolphin on it. So I thought that would be fun. As pockets, or, you know, make something out of them. Cut the pieces out. That one, and then this one has, let's see. Look, it's Nemo. This one has these kind of fish on it. So I thought that would be fun. And then, and now this one I'm thinking I'll probably send Maddie, because this just makes me think of her. And there's quite a bit of it. Yeah. That one, and then there's 2 other florals. No, they've got birds, but they've got purples. They've got lavenders in them. Yeah. I'll probably, I've been thinking about too, well, I've been kind of putting together, this is an Alexander Julian at home, and there's 2 of these. And it has the hummingbirds on it. Y'all see that? So I'm gonna do some, I probably won't use these. I mean, you know, maybe sporadically, but there's a lot. There's 2 rolls of it. So I can't even finish the thought. I've been thinking of putting some, I'm gonna do some destashing in the next couple of months. Look at this one. This is what I saw in there, and y'all know me and the kids stuff. So look. Are these not adorable? With the little pink, that's the little pink pigs, and then the frogs down the slide, and then the monkey bars. I just thought they were adorable. So I got that, and there's quite a bit of that too. So, yeah, that'll be fun. So that was the wallpaper borders that I found. I got more books over here. I found more books than I did anything else, which, you know, I need another book like I need another hole in my head, right? I'll do. But, really good prices that can't leave it, just can't leave it. And these are some really neat books. So the Funny Bunny Factory, this is, and these, most of these, well, this is an older one, but this one has some wear, but most of these look like they weren't even, you know, read. Now, this is a newer book, okay, but it is adorable. So, it's called the Funny Bunny Factory, yeah, look. And the pages are nice. Where's the year? I don't know if I ever found the year on this. But it's just, look at all the bunnies. Anybody that loves bunnies, look. Bunnies, bunnies, bunnies. Bunnies everywhere. I just thought it was neat. Yeah. And I think this is, yeah, this is sewn in as well. The bunnies in the candy. And these sort of, some of these remind me of Richard Scarry's illustration. I don't think they are. I'm not sure. Look at that bunny. Oh, here we go. Okay, so original copyright on this was 1950, but this is not 1950. This is renewed in 1978. If this is 1978, it can't be. It's got to be a newer, because this is, if this was published in 1978, then it sat on a shelf and nobody ever looked at it. But it's just adorable. It's sort of big. I mean, it's big, so it would be a pretty big glue book. It's like, let's see. It's like 12 and a quarter. So 12 and a quarter, 1, 2. By 9. Yeah. So it'd be pretty big. But it's adorable. And then there's Mother Goose rhymes. And what's funny about this one is, I think this would make great, 2 great journals, because that's the front and that's the back. So you could actually use it, you know. You could use it as a front and a back, but you could make 2 journals out of it. But it has this beautiful page on the inside and then on the back. But the flyleaf pages were missing, so I'm not sure. I haven't looked it up. Oh, see, MCML 111. But yeah, another really beautiful. I love this right here. Love it. Yeah, look. There's the same image. Yep. Little Jack Horner. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I just couldn't leave this one. I mean, it's, yeah. I'm definitely going to be using this one. Little Boy Blue. Just adorable. And then there's this one. This is a newer, no, this my sister picked up. And if y'all have never seen this, it's pretty funny. I think it was a book that, it's an E.B. White Read Aloud Award, terrific book. And it's got a CD in the back, so it's definitely a newer book. But it's called Skippy John Jones, and it's a really cute little story about this cat. But, yeah. And it is, yeah, 2003. So, I mean, it's 22 years old. But it's really, really cute. So I think I'm gonna save this one for the kids. But if there's anybody out there who, you know, who loves kitty cats, loves something, this is about Siamese cat. You know, let me know. Yeah, and then this one, the Uncle Wiggily book. This one's pretty cool. There was a sticker in here that I worked on, and I got most of it up. So I'm going to try to heat that up and get that up, because look at the images. Now this is the inside of the book, and this is the flyleaf page, and the back is the same. Now this is 1973. Original copyright was 1927, and it has like 105 pages, and then see the back, and it's also looks like it just sat on a shelf, but it's all the little stories in here about the bunny. Look, be cute in a holiday Christmas journal. Look. Him and the goat sledding in the snow. Yeah, I'd never seen this book. Look. That was the bear. Look at the kitty cats. I believe this one is also sewn in so I can pull signatures out. Yeah. So just a really, really neat storybook. And beautiful illustrations. I love the black and white as much as I do the color ones. Yeah, just really cute. Uncle Wiggily saves Baby Bunny. Anyway, and then that's the back. Even the back is really cute. See that? Yeah. So this one I'll probably definitely make into a journal at some point. And then I got this whole bag of stuff for like $8. I'm not going to show you everything, but I will show you a couple things that I was pretty excited about in here. Because it's just a bunch of random stuff, and I'll probably put it in D-stash. There's a ton of stickers and things like that in here. There's that. There's some little baby things. Love these. Some little brads I thought were cute. And then a lot of stickers. Like leftover stickers and things like that are very useful. But I'm not sure that I will use them, so I'll probably put them in some random D-stashes. But I love this. I thought this was cool. The horse stencil, and then some horse stickers. And then I love the little puppies. Like, you can use these for you can use this kind of stuff, these random things for just, the eclectic journals. These are brads, which I thought were really cute. And then, like I said, there's a ton of stuff in there. And there was these and these, which I absolutely love. So I'm going to put them in my Halloween stuff. So these are puffy pumpkins with the googly eyes. And then these are little cat stickers. So they have some dimension to them with the pumpkins. And I thought they were so cute. I may try to draw some cats similar to that for my Halloween stuff for next year. So I'm putting them over here in my Halloween stuff. And then just some little ribbons and flowers. These Tim Holtz frames were in there. And then I thought these were cute. Some little Christmas things. So I wanted to pull those out. So that was just fun. That was just a random pack. And I thought, yeah, I see some things in there I can use. So I picked it up. And then, see how long I've been on here. Not too bad. I think I'll grab a snack. Then there was these. And then I've got a big binder over here. I might just show you guys that later. But I found these other books. So these I got for myself for my drawing and stuff. These were $1 back in the day. I'm pretty sure they're from somewhere in the 60s. But there's how to draw, so it's children, how to draw children. And they're just really, really neat. So it shows you kind of how to proportion them, okay? Anyway, I thought this was really cool. And there was actually somebody's practicing in there because they were tracing, which is also another way to do it. To learn. In the back, it had this, which I thought was cool. And then it had how to draw horses. And I thought this was just beautiful. Just really, really neat. And then there's some really pretty pictures in here. I thought maybe if Peyton wants that, we could frame that for her. I thought that would be neat. You could frame that. It'd be beautiful. Yeah. I thought these were fun. And I don't know, I paid a couple of dollars for them. I mean, I paid more than $1, but they weren't much. Yeah. Yeah. Remember, do not start your shading until you have a good outline drawing. So yeah, now that I have more time, I'm hoping I can get back to more of my art and my drawing and painting and stuff. And then these I found today. Now this was $5. This is an antique store. We went to this Mennonite bakery and store in Beulahville, North Carolina. And I think it's called the Country Barn. So if you're ever out that way and you want, and this place is right down the road, and I can't remember, I think it's called Riverside Antiques. And I mean, it's just a big old barn full of all kinds of stuff. And they got wiped out by a hurricane several years ago. That whole town, Beulahville, was just underwater. But this little old fella, these little old fellas have restored that place, and they filled it right back up again. But the Mennonites place, so the Country Barn is the Mennonite place where they have fresh baked breads. They have all kinds of stuff like banana nut breads. They have homemade cinnamon rolls. They make all that stuff there. Of course, they have other things. They have candies and stuff like that. And then they have ingredients that they sell for the things that they bake. But it's worth a trip if you like fresh baked stuff. The prices are reasonable. And then this little place is kind of neat. We could have stayed in there. I'd love to go back because it was like going through somebody's old barn, okay? Like, there's just stuff everywhere. And there's no rhyme or reason to it. But it's kind of fun, you know, to dig through stuff. But we didn't spend a lot of time in there. And I had already kind of spent most of my budget of what I was going to get. Anyhow, I'm rambling. All right, so Littlest Angel. This book is adorable. And even look, I can't believe this is still together, but look at the cover. So you can take this. It's a little fragile, but isn't that cute? So the cover, and then it's just an adorable book. I mean, it's got some wear. It's old. But I couldn't leave it. And then it's got some to Lori from Mrs. I can't say it. It looks like Wilson. Christmas 1949. Yeah. But this is a different, this is a 1946 edition. But it's just a beautiful book. And I have a big copy of The Littlest Angel, but it's different from this one. It's a newer version. And I like these illustrations even better. I just thought this was a cool book. I didn't mind spending $5 on this. You know, the rest of them I didn't pay much for. But this one, it's just really pretty book. And then I found this. I think this was like $1. This is a modern class record book from 1966. Asheboro High School. And this particular book's from Atlanta, Georgia, but it's got all these little grade things in it. And some of them are blank and some of them are filled out. I just thought this would be super fun to use, especially if I do school journals next year. Isn't that cool? Do y'all remember these? Now, that was the year I was born, but I remember these kind of grade books because I think they had a little bit bigger ones when I was in school. But yeah, so some of them are flipped over. Some of them been torn out. Some of them are just these little short pages where you start here and then you just flip to the, you know, each like little section. I just thought it was neat, so I grabbed that. And then I found these. So I found, I made a journal out of this one last year. But I like the size of these. These are those like almost 8 by 8. Where's my ruler? Yeah. So like, yeah, 8. Well, by 9.5. So they're like, if you take this off, take the spine out, this is 8 by 9.5. So I got the Christmas 1982 Southern Living. I just love these. I don't think anybody ever opened this. Did you hear that? I mean, it looks brand new. You know, sat on somebody's shelf. So I got that one, and then they had 1981. They had a couple of years. I think they had 2 of these. I only got 1, but these are just fun. And they had some bigger ones, but I have some, so I just picked these 3 up. Yeah. So there's 1981, and then that's the back. I just think they're pretty. And I really like this one. This was 1983. And this one had this with it. Which I always love when they have this, because I like making, you know, you can make a journal out of this. Yeah, I just really like this one. But again, and this paper in the back is like matte. Now this paper's got more of a gloss to it, but it's not quite. It's funny how these books are. I don't know. Some of them are mixed with like sort of matte, and then there's a gloss paper. But yeah. Christmas around the South. I just really like this one. I love the little gingerbread. And then, this is the last thing, y'all, when I'm done, but the Church Musician. This is from 1969. Now, they had quite a few of these music books in there, but I have a ton of music, but these are Christmas, and I think they're like stapled in, so I was trying to keep in mind what I'm working on, so I can unstaple these and their signatures. And the paper is, I don't know, it's got a really nice texture to it. But yeah, I was trying to, because I saw so many Christmas things in there today, I was trying to stick to just Christmas stuff, because I did need scrapbook paper, which I ordered some because I haven't found any that I liked, and then I picked those up, and then I could not leave that. I could not leave that behind. Yeah, that's about it. I did pick up this big, I can't really show it, it's so big. I did pick this up. It's like Weekend of Country Crafts, and it's really cool. I don't know that I'll use this binder because it's so big, and I'm not crazy about these types of binders. I like the cover, so I thought it would be cool if I could cut it. Now, well, there's a price on it. I didn't pay that for it. I didn't even see a price on it when I think he gave it to me for like $1.50 or $2 or something. I'm not going to use this the way it is, because see how I don't like these particular binders. I got it for these pockets, and it's even in there upside down. You see these pockets? I love these pockets, and they can easily be adjusted to fit in a smaller binder, or sewn in and attached, you know, to put in. And there's quite a few of them in here, and they're in upside down. Yeah, you can see this is nasty. I need to clean it. But yeah, I don't like these particular binders. But always cut it. I could always cut it down. You know, cut it down and put something in here and still use it, or just use the chipboard for something else. But I bought it for those pockets. Yeah. So those are my little finds, y'all. I was pretty excited. Like I said, I don't normally have a whole lot of luck thrifting. Well, I don't have luck thrifting around here because everybody, you know, everybody wants a mint for their stuff around here so they can keep it. You know what I mean? But yeah, we had fun. I had a good time. It was nice to get away, not have to worry about coming back and going to work, you know. And now to get back to work on my books, on my journals, and to lordy do some reorganization and some putting away of things, because right now this place is a mess. It's a mess, y'all. But anyway, I hope you enjoy these things. And, you know, like I said, there's a couple of things in here, like if anybody's interested in some of these. Some of these I'm going to use, but like, you know, the Raggedy Andy book. And, where'd that go? Where'd you go, Raggedy Andy? Oh, behind me. Anyway, the couple of things that I said, you know, if you're interested in, you know, buying or whatever, let me know, or trading or swapping, anything like that. But, yeah. Hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you soon. Hopefully I'll be back this weekend with something. I started on a couple of things when I was down there with Tammy, messing around with, but I don't know how much of that I'll do. Some sort of fabric covers. But I really want to work on Christmas and do those first, and then kind of mess around with some other stuff in between. And now I'm rambling again. All right, I'll see you guys later. Love you. Bye.